Mark, thanks. Let's get to some mixed news on the vaccine front tonight. The White House is now pledging another 5% boost in weekly allocation to states over the next 3 weeks. In New York, we're going to need it because a mad crush is expected as those with underlying conditions will be eligible next week. The governor says this is actually the equivalent of 10 million New Yorkers chasing 300,000 vaccines. In the meantime, just a few hours ago, New York City's First Lady Chirlane McCray got her first dose of the vaccine. This was at Kings County Hospital. And in just hours, Citi Field will open as Queens' first mass vaccination site, but only a couple of hundred doses will be administered. That's at first.
News 4's Andrew Siff is live at Citi Field right now with the latest on this ongoing battle over the vaccine supply. Andrew.
Right, Chuck, in a sense, it's a tale of two ballparks. Last week, Yankee Stadium opens. They had 15,000 appointments. For a while, it was hard to even fill those appointments. Here at Citi Field, just a few hundred, and that illustrates the ongoing vaccine supply problems. The path to more vaccines for New Yorkers got a little more clear today. The Long Island Railroad removing snow from the stadium walkway and immediately ordering 84 Port Washington trains per day to stop at Citi Field. The vaccine hub opening tomorrow.
It really is vital to the way of life that we've all enjoyed. And taking that vaccine and getting us to the other side of this mountain is immense.
But the Citi Field hub will be a smaller step than it first appeared. Mayor de Blasio confirming only 200 doses per day, a tiny fraction of the 2,000 shots per day at Yankee Stadium.
I want to see more vaccine shifted, of course, to the Citi Field site. And that will happen in the days ahead.
The city continuing to keep most of its smaller community hubs closed on Mondays and Tuesdays without enough doses to go around. Governor Cuomo today said the White House is increasing New York's allotment by another 5% next week. But that's still not enough to accommodate 10 million New Yorkers with comorbidities eligible for vaccines starting Monday.
The supply will really only increase when and if Johnson & Johnson is approved.
Late today, the city's First Lady, who qualifies by age, getting vaccinated at Kings County Hospital in Brooklyn.
We barely felt it, so there really is nothing to be afraid of.
And tomorrow at Citi Field, half the first appointments reserved for food service workers and taxi drivers.
What's heartening and relieving is at least drivers know they're not going to be left out.
Pretty incredible if you think about it. 84 trains per day stopping at the Mets Willets Field stop, but only 200 doses. But it does show you that they have the infrastructure in place to do many more vaccinations here once they get the supply. We're live at Citi Field. Andrew Siff, News 4 New York.
Andrew, thank you. Governor Phil Murphy was on hand today as more New Jersey medical workers were armed with their second doses of the COVID-19 vaccine. The Moderna vaccine was administered to staff members there at Thaney Medical and Educational Center and PPAC Gladstone. About half of the facility's 600 staff members have now been vaccinated. The inpatients at the specialized hospital also received their second dose today, too, Chuck.
And Natalie, in Connecticut, starting Thursday, all residents 65 and older will be eligible for the COVID vaccine. Governor Ned Lamont says that the state will use any extra vaccine doses on the 65 to 74-year-olds. More than half of all Connecticut residents 75 and older have now been vaccinated. Governor Lamont says things are going smoothly, but he would like to see a faster rollout. By next week, CBS is going to be offering the vaccine at 16 locations in Connecticut.